Hello and welcome to Riverbend Springs. We're now in early March, slightly misty day, expecting a bit of an overcast day after the lovely weather we've had for the last couple of months. So in this month, the first thing we're going to do, of course, we will clear all our produce. First thing we'll go and check out, just make sure that our tomatoes are working properly after the fiasco of the last month. Yeah, that's all working well. And this time we forgot to put anything into the... I forgot to put corn into the... Oh, that is going to set us back. Oh my goodness. That is a major problem. Major problem. And I'm guessing that this is going to be empty now. Yeah, material's missing, but we've got quite a bit of product. We've got 25,000, between 20 and 28,000 litres of each of the product. So that should be a nice little bit of income, but we've lost what this gives us, what sort of 40, 50,000. We're losing money hand over fist here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that going. I hesitated a bit there. I was going to suggest that I double up, because I know it will be able to produce double the amount, but yeah, so I was going to just double up the what you call, but that wouldn't be right. We've got to pay our price. Well, we'll just get into the tractor, we'll get this all hitched up, then hitch up the trailer. Okay, so I've hitched up. We're just going to go and load up some corn, put that into the mill to make the tortillas. Still reeling from the shock of not having done that. Going to cost us, it's costing us a lot of money. In any case, I was toying with the idea of doubling up, but that would mean that we're just not, when I say doubling up, just putting in, instead of putting in 2 loads of corn, buying in 4 loads of corn. We can afford it, but then we wouldn't be paying the price for our mistake. So yeah, we won't be doing that. The only thing that has happened is we've saved ourselves the cost of buying in the corn. Oh dear. Well, we'll be planting corn next month, April, time to plant corn. So it'll be quite a busy month. This month is going to be relatively short still. Isn't it just wonderful finding these problems every morning when we wake up? Self-made most of the time. Well, so far it's been all of the time. Oh dear me. Right, we don't want to fill with diesel. We're not in the right spot. It's probably not. There we go. Yeah, corn. Been thrown for a loop by our mistake. It's not going to seem so much of a mistake because we've got new product to come in, but yeah, a big faux pas that's cost us, I would say, at least 40 grand. So not cheap at all. Right, well that's that done. As soon as we got hitched up, we might as well go and get our product and start seeing how much money we make from this greenhouse. We will refill it after we've done that, but I just want to see exactly how much we make. Right, so start filling. So we'll do olives first. It's going to take a little while to do all this little lot. So we'll do one of each to start with, and then I'll do the rest, and then we'll see how much we make. So we're sitting at 90,087. So let's see what product we get out of here. So I'm just trying to see which one takes it. Do they both take it? This one doesn't take it. So we can only deliver to the first part of the... That's fine, I've got no problem with that. Deliver here. And let's just make sure we do get our 20% on that. Otherwise we'll have to look for the highest price. So we are now on olives. Right, so let's just make sure that we do get our 20% when we're selling those. So multi-station, where are we going now? Multi-station there, 1091 per litres. So we should have per 100,000. So we've got 8,000. So we should get 9,872. We should get 8,772, 8,780, I think is what we should get. And hopefully we get 20% more than that. Let's see. Definitely getting more. 10,000, which is about 20%. So we are getting our 20% on that. Right, so 8,000 gives us 10,400 of olives. We've still got plenty in there. And we'll try the next one down. Now, let's see what we got. Olives, so peas, let's go and deliver peas. Oh, lovely colour, isn't it? Stark colour. Not stark, bright colour. There we go. Let's see what we get for the peas. So I've averaged 20,000 for each of the inputs that we did, that we put in. And we put in 8 twos, 16, right, so look to see how much we've got there. Right, so that's the peas in, and now we will put in spinach. Fantastic. As I mentioned in the last episode, we're not going to fill it up. We could have filled it up and just kept on producing the whole night. We will stick to 16,000 litres of each product. And that is how much we're going to get for this one. Oh, I forgot to check what we're getting for the peas on the last one. I was busy trying to work out in my head how much we actually spent in terms of the inputs. We'll check it out as we deliver this time around. So that gives us 3,654 for that lot. So not as lucrative as the olives, that's for sure. But I think we must do a bit of a diversification. I mean, we could just become an olive farm, but then we should have the olive groves. So spinach, grapes should also be pretty lucrative, I would think. But we want to try and supply as big a range of products as we can in our farm shop. So we put in there were three different products, weren't there? Besides water, 3 different products that we put in. We put in 2 trailers of each. So that's 6. Let's call it 20,000 for each of them. So that makes 120,000. I think the inputs were about 120,000. That's 10,000 for that. So we need to make more than 120,000 from this whole greenhouse, on this production, to see where we end up. So what we want, 90. So 1 load of each gave us 90, about 41,000. Right, I'll do the rest on a time lapse, and then we'll see where we end up. So we were just over 90,000 when we started, and we'll see where we end up, see if we make any money. Righty, see you in a little while. Right, you're back with me, and we're just delivering our second last load, and we forgot to show you the green beans. When we started off, that was another product, and this brings us around about 11,000 per load at the moment, 11,600 per load. So we're looking good. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out how much we make. So we're going to call it 90,100 to start with. We will then see how much above 90,100 we make after we've refilled everything with 16,000 litres again. And that'll give us an indication. It won't be exact because the prices will vary, of course, but it'll give us an indication of the profit margin of this greenhouse. So there should just be a little bit more here, another 4,000, and that'll be empty. So then our greenhouse should be empty. Come back and check quickly before we start loading up, just to make sure that our greenhouse is empty, make sure that everything is hunky-dory. So where are we going to end up? 226,422. We started with 90,100. I think it was slightly less than that, but that's what we'll work on for now. And yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to refill. Well, first of all, we're going to jump out quickly and just go and make sure that we've got some more, but we won't. We made a faux pas there. We're not going to worry about that for now. Right, materials missing. There's nothing to be delivered. Right, we've still got some solid fertilizer, and we've still got some herbicide in. But that won't make a difference as long as we just put in 16,000 litres of each. let's just have a look at that again. Yeah, so we need to get... So what did we run out of there? Solid fertilizer, herbicide. We ran out of seeds, didn't we? Let's have a look and see. I think that's what we ran out of. Yes, we ran out of seeds. We've got everything else still in some measure, but seeds we've run out of, so it doesn't really match, just for interest's sake, basically. Right, let's get out of here and go and fill up and see. So anything above 90,160 we can regard as profit, or for this exercise we regard as profit. And yeah, we'll see where we end up. Let's get that done. Right, so let's put in 2 loads of seed. That's quite interesting because we actually put an extra load of seed in last time. We put in 3 loads of seed. So I think we'll do that again. No, or should we? No. Yeah, we'll have to put in 3 loads of seed because it might stop producing beforehand. So yeah, so we'll have to put in 3 loads of seed. Buying station, no, we don't want to buy any of those. We want to buy, we'll start with seed. No, we'll start with solid fertilizer because we'll put the seed in last. Well, it doesn't matter. It can start producing, it's not a problem. So solid fertilizer, we'll put 16,000 litres of that in. We'll start, load that up, so it's 2 trucks of each. I suppose we should just hitch up the other truck, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'll speed up the delivery process and just keep a running total of it. Right, so you're back with me, and we just put in the last load of herbicide in, and then we would have put in exactly the same amount of product that we put in to get it started with last month. So let's just fill that up. So yeah, so luckily I remembered that I did put in 3 loads of seed, which is quite lucky now because that kind of worked out almost perfectly in terms of the recipe. So we didn't, well, it was the best possible way that it could have worked out, given that we're putting 8,000 litres of the other product in, or 16,000 litres of herbicide and solid fertilizer. So yeah, it did work out quite fine, so it's quite a good measurement. And once we've got this in, well, we can work it out now because we've already paid for it. So we're down to 146,000. We were at 226. So 46 plus at least 46. So that is 34 plus 26 is, so that's good. It's roughly about 60,000 to replenish the the greenhouse with the current stocks that we are doing, with the current production that we are doing. So with the inputs that we did, that I'm trying to think of the right way to say this now. So with the inputs that we put in last month, we made ourselves 56,000, let's just call it $56,000 worth of profit. Yeah, that's not bad, really. It's not a cash cow. I think I've mentioned somewhere that I thought this might be a cash cow. It's not a cash cow because you do have to spend the time of putting the product in, and of course go to the expense of putting the input products in, which is good. But then it does give you a fair return. So if we say it cost us 60,000, so it's nearly 100% return on your inputs. So you're nearly doubling up, and that's not to be scoffed at. So yeah, it does work. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a few little added decorations around the place, and we'll do that on a time lapse just to show you what we're doing. And yeah, once that's done, we'll get back to you. Right, you're back with me, and that's just the bits and pieces there. As we get more decorations coming in, we'll deal with those. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.